Hi beautiful souls, I'm Shamara and welcome to Experiencing Crystals, your space for conscious crystal living and high vibe energy tools. Today I want to share something really special with you. Images and representations of the Ascended Masters like Buddha, but not as symbols in a painting, but as naturally formed crystal carvings. These statues carry a unique frequency that blends crystal assistance with Buddha's wisdom and your own divine presence. As someone who's worked deeply with the Ascended Masters for many years, I've learned how their energy expresses through crystal forms and how these tools can help deepen your connection, your meditation, and your spiritual path movement. Let's explore how these sacred images in crystal carvings can support your journey. Firstly, if you are drawn to having a representation of an Ascended Master like Buddha or Mary, even Jesus, rather than angels, don't feel guilty. Personally, I've always felt a deeper connection to Ascended Masters over the angels and the archangels. Maybe that's because, well, these masters were real. They were living human beings and they walked the earth, they experienced hardship and pain, and yet rose above it with compassion, wisdom, and grace. Their stories give me hope, and if they could transcend the disharmony of human life, maybe we can too with their support. Working with their energy reminds me that spiritual growth isn't about perfection, which is really hard being a Virgo. It's about understanding, patience, and acceptance. That's why I love working with the crystal carvings of these beings. They serve as a physical, grounding representation of this divine guidance, especially in challenging times. When it comes to finding a carved crystal representation, sadly, it's harder to find affordable carvings of figures like Jesus or even an Indian-style Buddha in a natural crystal. Years ago, I was fortunate enough to find crystal carvings of Quan Yin and Ganesha, but even then they were 2 to 3 times more expensive than the price of an equivalent-sized Chinese Buddha. And that gap has grown only wider. You will find, yes, the resin versions more easily, but you miss out on the healing connections that the healing benefits of the crystals, the consciousness assistance of them, adds to the representation. So in this video, I'll focus on these easily found Chinese forms of the crystal Buddha because I know that the insights and the energy behind working with the Buddha applies beautifully to any Ascended Master carving. Of course, there are plenty of angel carvings too, and I will cover them in another video because this one is about Ascended Masters. And there's something I love about the Chinese style Buddha, who's often identified by some as being Lord Maitreya rather than the Indian Buddha Siddhartha Gautama. But trust me, both Ascended Masters were known as wise, humanity-loving people. Personally, I adore this Chinese representation. The Buddha is shown laughing with his eyes open, so he sees me, eye to eye, soul to soul. And there's a joy in his expression, a sense of lightness. To the Western mind, he's not perfect. He has a big belly and we would say, gosh, he's overweight. But in the Eastern mindset, and among, believe it or not, the Westerners' ancient ancestors, a big jolly belly meant prosperity, generosity, contentment. So the visual style really helps me as it reminds me that I too can call on his energy with a smile and be met with compassion, not judgment. The reason you may want to buy a crystal Buddha, and at a top level, the common motivations are, well, Buddha, be he the Indian Buddha or Maitreya, is a symbol of enlightenment. He represents wisdom, inner peace, mindfulness, rising above illusion, and owning one can serve as a reminder during some life drama that the intended path is towards your happiness, your self-awareness, and your spiritual growth. Often, if I see it, it reminds me, I need to go do some meditation and help achieve this. It adds It acts as a source of inspiration for your important life values, such as compassion, forgiveness, inner peace, and being mindful. It's a symbolism of hope, and for me it reminds me that the benefit of overcoming fear, facing a difficulty, is that peace will descend and a way forward will then be seen. The second point is that you get the combination of spiritual and energetic properties. In crystal healing practices, the benefit is you've got the healing power of the crystal, each crystal holding a specific energy. And the crystal Buddha could amplify the healing or spiritual properties of the crystal itself, combining it with the symbolism of Buddha's persistence, peace, balance, and spiritual awakening. And I will give examples of this later in the video. And it's a great meditation aid. A crystal Buddha can serve as a focal point to rest your eyes upon as you meditate and slowly tune out the rest of the world. It will aid in that concentration, that calming, and the experience will be deepened. It helps release the old stuck mindset because the crystal's working its energies into your mind, allowing for more positive energy to enter your field and making meditation easier. Fourthly, there is cultural and religious significance. A crystal Buddha is a meaningful object that honours the spiritual path. Symbolising the teachings of Buddha, it reminds the practitioner to live mindfully and compassionately. The fifth point I want to make is that people see these Buddhas as decorative and having aesthetic appeal. So many people, even if they're non-believers in Buddha, not on a conscious spiritual path, will feel the symbolism and will add it to their home or even their office, knowing that when others come to visit, it's not that often that they will be judged for it. In fact, most people will see that lovely Buddha and say, hey, this is a person who has an intention clearly of wanting peace and love and compassion in the world. The sixth point I want to make is it's a marvellous gift to give someone else. If you have a friend or a family member who's on a spiritual path, is meditating, is following Buddhist teachings, it's a lovely way you show that you honour their efforts towards personal development, and that person can see that you must be honouring their path by giving them such a beautiful gift. So now I'm going to overlay the symbolism of Buddha onto the healing and consciousness help of crystals. And if you watch this video to the end, I'll add an insight that most people don't know about with crystals and Buddha. I have been biased, of course, in what crystals I've picked for this video because they are what I actually have for sale in my business website, the Rock Crystal Shop. So at least I know you can actually find these particular crystal forms and buy them. And I'm not going into great depth. It is only a top benefit review of each crystal, not a detailed study. But it should get you going with understanding how to pick which crystal, which Buddha. Now, we've got Sodalite. It is a mid to dark blue colour with black and white inclusions, and it's best known as a stone of wise communication, especially of feelings. It is most often found in Brazil and Namibia and also Canada. Larvikite is also known as Norwegian moonstone. It's a crystal with different shades of grey and flashes of blue and silver. It stimulates the third eye, sharpening your inner vision, aiding you to receive intuitive messages and then ground your decisions. And lastly, but not least, we have rose quartz, called the stone of unconditional love, because of its gentle, loving vibrations which help open you to receiving love after trust in others has been abused. It's mostly found in Brazil and Madagascar, will also be the most easily found crystal Buddha. As I go through the following list of crystal assistance at the psychological or spiritual level, as I also go through them at the mental, emotional and physical help level, you can write down which crystal seems to be the right combo for you, and so you can buy that at your next purchase. If you don't like the options, then you at least know a process of selecting your Buddha in the particular crystal form that seems to be the right combination for you. Or if you already have a crystal Buddha, in going through this list, you might just realize that you haven't been open to using your crystal to the full extent of the benefits that were being offered to you through the combination. If we first consider the psychological and the spiritual support, then, well, sodalite helps align logic with intuition, encouraging balanced decisions without emotional overwhelm, and vice versa. It encourages decision-making to have emotional considerations. It enhances self-trust, assisting in building confidence in your inner voice and your personal truth. Lavakite is renowned for its grounding and protective qualities. It helps anchor you to the earth, providing a stability and a balance. This can be particularly beneficial during times of stress and upheaval, as it's promoting calmness and helps dispel negative energies. By creating a protective shield around your aura, it safeguards you from harmful influences, even psychic attack. Rose quartz opens your heart to love, harmony, and compassion, enhancing relationships with more trust, acceptance, and self-love. An open heart, of course, transmutes then the negative coming from your field, be it from an external source or from your own subconscious. For the mental assistance, then, sodalite dispels mental confusion, clearing subconscious blockages, aiding in clarity and objectivity, and the ability to concentrate on tasks with purpose. It promotes curiosity and a pursuit of knowledge with integrity. Lavakite improves mental clarity and helps you make confident decisions. It facilitates a stronger connection with one's inner wisdom and higher self. Meditating with it can open the mind to new insights and perspectives, making it a wonderful tool. Rose quartz helps release the grudges and encourages forgiveness, promoting overall emotional health. Its gentle vibrations attract positive energy and dispels negativity, creating a serene environment again on the inner and the outer world. For the emotional help then, we look at sodalite as a huge one for overcoming codependency patterns, which have caused the suppression of feelings and then the emotional turbulence from that suppression. It gently eases stress and overreaction. It supports respectful communication and helps you once again to authentically share your feelings. Lavakite helps release deep-seated emotional trauma, promoting healing and balance in your life. It encourages self-reflection and personal growth, making it easier to let go of the negative patterns and embrace positive change with grace and with confidence. Rose quartz soothes the emotional wounds of the heart and promises inner peace and emotional balance as it fosters harmony and brings trust back into relationships, making it ideal for both the personal and professional connections. And finally, let's have a quick look at the physical benefits of these crystals. Sodalite is said to be a balancer of the metabolism, soothing throat-related issues as it helps your vocal clarity and expression once again occur. Lavakite is known for its grounding properties, and that stabilizes your energy, helping you connect better to the earth's vibes, bringing in the energy to the physical body. Rose quartz has cooling anti-inflammatory properties, which can help the circulation of the skin and head. Think about it. It's calming down that anger, which is making you very hot and definitely adding to the inflammation. And here's that extra tip that I promised. An insight that most people don't know about with crystals and a Buddha. As you're working with your crystal Buddha, ask the crystal to imbue itself, to gather the energies that are coming in as you keep working with Buddha. He's sending you energy to answer your call for assistance. And with this request, Buddha and the crystal will capture it in the energy of the crystal itself, which means it's going to be there for you all the time. And so now you'll find your connection to Buddha faster. You'll find your connection to the assistants faster. And how did I learn this? Well, I had the help of a very advanced light worker, and she gifted me a crystal Buddha in which she had imbued, in fact it's this one, she had imbued the energy that I needed for the work that was moving forward, and that's actually this work that I'm doing now. And whenever I'm stuck and I'm thinking I'm really just going into all my doubts about this work, I pick this crystal up and I can feel all the energy that has been imbued by Buddha, by the rose quartz, by the guides, to just snap me out of whatever energy I'm in and move me forward on the path that I'm meant to be walking. So there we have it. Whether you're looking for insights and wisdom, for stabilizing and grounding, for a touch of love and compassion, a crystal Buddha from sodalite, lavakite or rose quartz could be the perfect addition to your home and office. And of course, there are many other Buddhas in other crystal types. All you have to do is skirt around the synthetic ones. Each crystal will bring its unique benefits, enhancing your space with beauty and powerful energies from the combination. Thank you for joining us today, and don't forget to share, like, subscribe and hit the notification button for more crystal insights and tips. Share your thoughts and experiences around having a crystal Buddha in the comments below, and until next time, keep shining your wonderful light with the help of your crystal friends.